Yo, man, welcome back to the Watch It with McQueen Tenement. Yes, sir, we are going crazy. We got 4 extremely disturbing interviews of serial killers. Hey, man, make sure you guys send me a bunch of, good reactions and lit-ass videos to react to, man. You know what I'm saying? Send it to my Instagram. While you're at my Instagram, make sure you guys follow it. I got a bunch of lit-ass posts, and I'm very consistent with the content on the stories and on the goddamn, the page, dropping a bunch of fire-ass pics. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys go like those. If you guys do both of that, you know what I'm saying? Send me videos. Whatever reason you need to go to my goddamn Instagram, just know that I will follow you back if you send me a screenshot of you following me. I will either follow you back or I will definitely respond to one of your goddamn messages. And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? The people who got response, they know. They know. It's not cap. So let's go ahead and get into this video, man. Without further ado, 4 extremely disturbing interviews with serial killers. Got my wine.
Whilst there are multiple disturbing interviews, some of the worst come from conversations with killers. So, from the woman who shot her own children to the man who murdered a family. Join us. Responsible for the murders of 5 women at only the age of 21, Bernard Giles was fortunately captured in 1974. More recently, Giles was interviewed by broadcaster Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan.
That day that you went out when you did kill for the first time, was that a morning when you woke up and you were with your wife and daughter and something hit you and you went,
no,
today may be the day?
every day may be the day.
Every day?
Every day may be the day.
Do you know the name of your first victim?
No, sir. Not now. Nancy Jerry.
Do you know anything about her life?
I found out later she was a singer in a bar. That was it.
Tell me what happened.
Picked her up in Titusville. There's a wooded area, and I pulled off the road.
What does she look like?
Slit lip ass nigga.
Fairly well built. Pretty, but not particularly pretty. Brown hair.
Damn. Why he roast her?
That's about it.
And at what point did she realize that you were going to harm her?
Well, not necessarily that I was going to harm her, because most of them don't assume you're actually going to kill them. Most of them assume it's a rape or something like that.
And what did you then do?
Told her to get out of the car, and that's when she became afraid. Up to that point, I assumed that she thought it was just going to be a rape. I walked her over in front of a tree, and then I shot her.
Just like that?
Yes, sir.
And what were you feeling as you did that?
I mean, the thing is, what is your passion in your life?
Man, kill this nigga.
What is the thing that you like to do more than anything
Understand that I got called a nigger today.
else? And you're doing it. You are so there that you could almost, it's like you can see the atoms vibrating.
Kill this nigga, bro. I'm tired of hearing this nigga, bro.
It's difficult to describe.
I don't want to hear your slit lip ass old bag. Kill this nigga off, man. People like this don't even deserve to live. Get him off the face of the earth.
Wife and daughter left the trailer park and moved out of the state. He would never see them again.
You lost a wife, you lost your daughter.
I lost everything.
You lost everything, yeah. And do you know what happened to your daughter? Have you ever heard from her?
No, sir.
How does that make you feel?
What can you do with that?
We had a picture there.
Yep.
What do you feel when you see your daughter?
I don't know exactly.
When you look at your own daughter, that age, smiling, innocent, happy, what do you feel about the young woman you killed?
I don't put those together.
mean, what would you feel about a man who snatched your daughter and terrorized and raped and killed her?
I certainly wouldn't appreciate it.
That's it. That's how you
Right,
feel.
you wouldn't appreciate it, nigga, you weirdo.
Like I said, I certainly wouldn't appreciate it.
Bro, this nigga, kill this nigga, bro. Get this nigga off the face of the earth, bro. Damn, waste of life.
Believed to have killed around 70 people, 49-year-old Tommy Lynn Sells was
How this fat ass
executed in
nigga kill 70
2014.
people, man?
Years earlier, on November 18, 1987, he brutally murdered the Dardine family. Sells had first overpowered the father, 29-year-old
Where the whites be
Russell,
going crazy, man.
then severed his penis and shot him dead.
I don't ever
After
see no
this,
black people in some
he'd
stuff
raped
like
Russell's
this.
wife, 30-year-old
just-
Elaine, before
just
using
an
a baseball
observation.
bat to beat her and their 2-year-old son, Peter, to death. Finally, as the severity of the beating caused Elaine to go into labor, Sells killed their newborn baby girl.
So altogether, about how many you killed, the question is, and you think your answer is what?
See, you trying to sew me up in a wow. I don't know. You know, do the math. A couple 3 year, 4 year, for 20 years. What does that add up to? 50 to 70. I'll go with that. Probably more.
This nigga's a weirdo, bro. Niggas is
There could
weird.
be men, there could be women, there could be kids. It was like an equal opportunity.
I didn't form a pattern as most.
Yeah, it was like anybody was fair game.
It did not matter. Blood is blood. It didn't matter man, woman, child.
No more thrill to kill the mayor of the town than the homeless guy on the street.
No.
Quite a few times, not all the times, but quite a few times, it was a mother and a kid.
These niggas is
And I
cash.
have an answer for that.
Okay.
Hold up, man.
The homeless guy.
These niggas really get thrill out of killing niggas. He said blood is blood. What? Like, it's not something you could just say blood is blood about, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as if it's just a casual situation. Like, you could say something like, oh, yeah, you know, fat girl, skinny girl, thick girl, you know, short girl, whatever. Pussy is pussy. You could say something like that. But nah, I kill kids, wives, niggas. Don't matter to me. Fishes. Blood is blood. How did this fat ass, slit lip ass nigga even kill 70 people? Probably more. How? How did he manage to do that? I don't understand.
Guy on the street.
No.
Quite a few times, not all the times, but quite a few times, it was a mother and a kid.
And I have an answer for that.
Okay.
And I thought hard about that because it's been like smacked up inside my head a time or two. I know what I went through as a child. The nightmares, the drama, the reality of who I was and what was done to me. I never wanted that to happen to another person. I had something against that person.
Uh-huh.
And there was another person there that witnessed it. I didn't want them to carry that on their shoulder the rest of their life.
Uh-huh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're putting out of the misery they would have had if they had to live through all that.
That's the best I can answer it.
If it was just a question of putting the other person,
What?
besides the one that you were targeting, out of the misery of having to live life with missing mama or missing, you know, whoever, maybe you would have gone about it in a gentle way.
Is there a gentle way?
Yeah.
Oh, how you know when they strap you to a gurney that everything inside of you just ain't burning up?
In one case, Sells murdered an entire family, bludgeoning a pregnant woman, her 3-year-old, and her unborn baby to death.
It's the sensation of the blood. It's the sensation. tying that scarf around your neck and just watching your eyes. It's a sensation seeing that skin pull apart. It's sensation sticking that knife in
It's sensation. It's sensation. Oh, I want to kill this nigga. Oh, I want to kill this nigga, bro. It's sensation, just the skin pulled apart. Shut your fat ass up, you psycho, you crazy. Ooh, bro. Why don't they kill niggas like that, bro? Why do niggas like this live? The we killing blacks out here for standing in a liquor store. It's crazy. I wish this nigga would run into my house. I wish this nigga would try to kill me. I really wish he would. I'd have a very, very fun day that day. Very fun. I would not mind killing somebody like this. Not at all. If I knew I wasn't going to jail for it, especially too, oh yeah, I'm having a field day, nigga. People like this are just a waste of space, waste of life. Scum. Scum, nigga. You sick mother...
Anything different the first time when you killed a person? Was there a different rush, a different feeling?
That first one, I can still see it in slow motion.
Uh-huh.
And each one after that became more...
Speeded up?
More routine. I can't find the dragon I'm chasing no more. I can't find that rush, that same release of anger I felt that first time.
So there was a release of anger?
Oh, without a doubt. It's like busted a piece of glass and there's just little shivers all up in there.
Sells seemed to feed off his own anger, of which there was no shortage. He became addicted to the release of this anger, which occurred through violent means. Paradoxically for Sells, evil for him was other people.
Today, I might say, you know, Tommy, Dr. Stone, he's okay. And tomorrow I might wake up and say, you know that bastard, he tried to slide a slip one in on me. You understand?
I do. That's why there's this glass.
He thinks.
What did he say? That's why there's this glass?
You understand? He's okay. I might say, you know, Tommy, Dr. Stone, he's okay. And tomorrow I might wake up and say, you know that bastard, he tried to slide a slip one in on me. You understand?
I do. That's why there's this glass.
He thinks.
Admittedly, Diane Downs isn't a serial killer, but that isn't through a lack of trying. In 1983, after a string of short relationships, Diane finally found love in her co-worker, Robert Knickerbocker. Robert, however, rejected her, stating he had no interest in being a father to her 3 children, Christiane, Cheryl Lynn, and Danny. Subsequently, on May 19th, 1983, Diane pulled over onto the side of a quiet road and shot each of them multiple times. She then shot herself in the arm and drove to the nearest hospital. Tragically, Cheryl was already dead, while Danny was paralysed and Christy barely alive. Meanwhile, Diane told doctors that they'd been attacked by a bushy-haired man who had attempted to hijack the car. Police, though, were sceptical, and after a lengthy investigation, arrested her on February 28th, 1984.
We were just out, I guess, sightseeing, I guess you'd say. And the kids got tired. They fell asleep in the car, so I decided to just head on home. But I saw a road I hadn't been on before. We like to take back roads. And just went down that road, and there was a guy standing in the road, flagging me down, so I stopped. If I had shot my own children, would I not have done a good job of it? Why would I have taken my kids to the hospital? Wouldn't I have made sure they were dead and then cried crocodile tears? That's insane to think that I would do such a thing and then bring the witnesses in against myself. That's crazy. Christy woke up. And
you are crazy.
She may be the only one to get me out of this. Would I have brought her to the hospital? Wouldn't she be the one that I would make sure is dead? There are too many holes in it. When this man shot my daughter, my first reaction was to snap back to my childhood, to the pain that had happened to me back then, my marriage, my entrapment by society. This man was bigger than me. He was stronger than me. He had more power because he had a gun. And I stood there and I looked at Christy reaching, and the blood that just kept gushing out of her mouth. What do? Everybody says you sure were lucky. Well, I don't feel very lucky. I couldn't tie my damn shoes for about 2 months. It is very painful. It is still painful. The scar is going to be there forever. I'm going to remember that night for the rest of my life, whether I want to or not. I don't think I was very lucky. I think my kids were lucky. If I had been shot the way they were, we all would have died. You can't replace children.
The hell was that flash?
The effect that they give you. And they give me love, they give me satisfaction, they give me stability, they give me a reason to live and a reason to
This
be
girl
happy.
don't look like she believe
and
anything.
That's gone. They took it from me. But children are so easy to conceive. At night, when I close my eyes, I can see Christy reaching her hand out to me while I'm driving, and the blood just keep coming out of her mouth. And that, maybe it'll fade too with time, but I don't think so. That haunts me the most.
Nah. It's crazy because niggas will do something insane and then make up a story and make themselves, they're so insane that they'll come up with a fake story and really make themselves believe that that is the truth. That is how insane people are. This girl definitely killed her kids. She definitely did something weird. The first story sounds a lot more logical. And they made up a story in between the time that she did it and then when she got caught, and really, really made herself believe that. That was her reality. You know, the brain is very powerful, you know, especially when you're insane, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The brain is very, very, very powerful. You know, people really do. Everyone's reality, everyone lives in their own reality. Each mind, each brain, and everybody's body is a different reality. You got to remember that. So when niggas is hating on you, just know that that's their reality. That's not your reality. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying, live in anybody else's reality. You know what I'm saying? Quick little side motivation. But yeah, man, this girl's insane. It's crazy. She needs to be killed. Get out of here, too.
You've likely seen most of Ted Bundy's interviews. However, there is one very rare and disturbing recording that few have heard. In it, Bundy describes the murder of 18-year-old student George Ann Hawkins.
Is that Ted Bundy, nigga?
I was moving up the alley using a briefcase and some crutches, and a young woman walked down, and about halfway down the block I encountered her and asked her to help me carry the briefcase, which she did, and we walked back up the alley. Basically, when we reached the car, what happened was I knocked her unconscious with the crowbar, and I handcuffed her and put her in the passenger side of the car and drove away. One of the things that makes it a little bit, well, among the things that makes it difficult is that at this point she was quite lucid, talking about things. It's funny, it's not funny, but it's odd, the kinds of things people say under those circumstances. She had a Spanish test the next day, and she thought that I had taken her to help tutor me for a Spanish test. It's kind of odd. The long and short of it was that I again knocked her unconscious and strangled her. Can you hear that? The Hawkins girl's head was severed and taken up.
Bro, this nigga is a weirdo, man. Just making sure there's no jump scares here, man.
The road about 25 to 50 yards and buried in a location about 10 yards west of the road on a rocky hillside. By this time it was almost dawn, but on this particular morning I was just absolutely, again, just shocked, kind of scared to death, shocked, horrified about, and I went down the road throwing the briefcase, the crutches, the rope, the clothes, just tossing them out the window, and the crowbar, everything, handcuffs, everything. I get mad at myself a few weeks later because I'd have to go out and buy another pair. I mean, it's not comical, but that's what would happen. This was just, I was in a sheer state of panic, of just absolute horror, you know. It's like, at that point in time, this consciousness of what has really happened is like, you break out of a fever or something. I would, that is. And so I drove, talk about details coming back. I couldn't find one of the shoes, so I thought it was there, but it wasn't. So I went back. This was the next day. Got on my bicycle, rode back to that little parking lot. I knew there were police all over the place by that time. So I went back to that parking lot and I found both the pierced earrings and the shoe laying in the parking lot. So I surreptitiously gathered them up and rode on. So, there you are.
Niggas is weird, man. Alright, man, that's going to end up the video. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Watch It with McQueen channel. We're going crazy. We're going to post multiple videos.